you guys are killing amateur radio.
They're talking about pine trees and septic tanks.
Well, of course they are. That's who N1FM is.
Shut the hell up.
You know, Joe, you have septic tanks.
These are country heads.
Oh, well, wait a minute. If you got a dishwasher, you got to get the upsize septic tank. Wow.
Get the hell out of here, WA4D. You don't talk to people, you talk at people.
Get out of here, UZI. Get out of here.
Get the hell out of here, WA4D.
Oh, wait a minute. We got to have a discussion about a septic tank.
You know, did you hear that idiot N1FM? He's not campaigning because
Oh, no, we're going to fix the programming is lousy out here. The programming is lousy.
in his community. If he went and knocked on the door in the pouring rain and they came to the door and he said, "Hi, my name is Tom Watley. I'm an idiot on the radio, but I'm running for county council." They think, well, at least he'll come out in the rain for him. No, this idiot's a pussy. N1FM is a
My name is
pussy.
Mike Watley. I live in a gated community to keep all the minorities out.
I can't. That conversation was terrible.
Joe, when it comes to septic tanks, you're full of it. So you're
Oh, wait a minute. You know, guys, I've heard if you have a septic tank and you're not on city sewer like most communities are, you could get some good fishing worms by the septic tank.
Joe, do you know how many times I've turned off your diatribes at night?
What do you think?
I mean, you could get some very nice night crawlers. And have you priced night crawlers down at Walmart lately?
Joe, do you know how many times I've turned off your diatribes at night? Joe, you're just as boring at night.
Welcome to the Poop Net. Welcome to the Poop Net.
You know, if you want a dishwasher, which, you know, I think everybody that's built a house since, what, 1960? Maybe 1980? You need a bigger septic tank. I was unaware of that when I built this house.
Joe, do you know how many times I've turned off your boring diatribes at night?
Get out of here, Edwin. Get out of here.
No, do you know? Answer the question.
Answer the question. What are you, Bruce, now?
Answer the question, yes or no?
Well,
Answer the question.
wait a minute. Here's the problem with septic tanks. Say you're... I'm not saying this is the case, but say you're married to a rather large...
I want to make a pitch here, gentlemen. I'm not advocating, but
Joe,
I
you
am
go
saying
on
that
and on about complete bullshit.
You've only got a, normal-sized septic tank, and you're married to a rather large spouse. Someone that really flows it through there.
Get the hell out of here, WA4D. You're not in this conversation.
Why is it that N1FM?
Then envision that there's a bad case of diarrhea.
County rural.
Get the hell out of here, WA4D.
How many politicians use semi-automatic weapons to project their campaign for their community? Only a sick freak like N1FM.
And it costs up to $300
losers live in gated communities among minority communities so that they can keep them out. How many white libtards like WA4D live in gated communities?
I got me an AR-15. I'm bad. You know what? This guy bailed at 20 years. You know why? Because he wasn't destined for higher rank in the department. They knew he was a runt and a loser.
Oh, man.
Got rid of him.
Wow.
Dear dog.
If you do have a septic tank, perhaps you should keep up on the maintenance, proper maintenance. You need to have good, what they consider good bacteria.
You think?
Go to your local mall or wherever you shop and buy that. What do they call it? Rid-X. Make sure you keep plenty of Rid-X in your septic tank You know, so everything can break down and not cause backups. At least that's what the commercial said. That's all I know about it.
That's what these idiots talk about here. That is, they don't talk about technology. They don't
talk about technology. They don't talk about the metaverse.
Wait a minute. They were talking about technology.
They don't talk about artificial intelligence, machine learning. They don't talk about anything that is relevant to the future. It's always about this low rent working man. I'm angry at the world crap like guns and septic tanks.
The non-essential riffraff minorities out.
Sounds like a rerun.
The only minorities that WA4D has around his property are the ones that mow his lawn.
The minorities have the higher paying jobs in this community. It's the white people that are on the bottom of the totem pole.
Yeah, but they don't listen. You don't allow any of those minorities to live around you.
The white people are the dregs of society in my community. The people with high tech and jobs that require skill sets, good attitudes, and a positive work ethic are minorities.
April 3rd, 2015.
A disgusting hypocrite libtard.
I found the talk about campaigning for votes very interesting. If somebody showed up at my door with a firearm, I would be very, very terrified.
Well, you wouldn't, because there are a lot of hicks in Ohio that have firearms as well. Look, he's not unusual. It's just surprising that his campaign logo is a semi-automatic firearm. What kind of an idiot runs with that image?
You know, I got news for you. I ain't no damn hick.
When I did know him, I would have picked him on you and maybe.
I don't know. Perhaps a research firm in that state said, "Hey, this is a good thing to do for political victory." I don't know.
That's possible. That's possible. That said, he could have chosen to be somebody with a fresh idea instead of the same old redneck, racist, violent world of rural Georgia. The reason that there are 2 Democratic U.S. senators in Georgia and why Georgia turned blue in the last election is because the educated class in Georgia has risen dramatically, and immigration and education turned Georgia blue. It's the hicks like N1FM who are on the run. Cheating.
Education is a good thing.
Not according to most of these people. They resent it.
We all can always learn something.
And by the way, these idiots are guys like N4SDG who revels in his ignorance, claims he knows something about radio. Has he ever taken a class in RF principles?
No,
can he
not like Watley, the other Watley.
Can he point to training and education and mentoring and how to convey information in a contemporary method? No, and no.
Yeah, there's from a comment from somebody that hasn't given a call sign in 5 years.
You don't find that boring? Are you
I don't.
kidding me?
Oh, I find boring discussing septic tanks.
You know, Joe.
Septic tanks. That's who N1FM is. Don't you guys
You've said that 3 times now, sir.
Man.
And I'm stating a fact.
He's a hick.
You were talking about pine trees.
He's a backwoods thug who used to be a cop that sat most of the time in the
Most people
office.
don't have septic tanks. They're on sanitary
But he
sewer
likes to
systems.
pretend he was some kind of badass.
We figured that out like, 100 years ago?
Yeah, let's talk to you guys.
Oh, no, we can't figure this poop situation out. Let's just put it in a tank in our backyard.
It was interesting hearing some of that talk because let me count 1, 2, 3 for 3 decades. That's how the city of Columbus bases their water rates. If you have a concrete driveway, you pay one rate. If you have a black-top driveway, you pay another rate. If you have a gravel driveway, you pay another rate. It's all based off of your water runoff. I did find that interesting that you know that they structure their rates off of 30 or 40-year-old technology from a union state.
Guys that live in the same community for decades.
Having trouble copying him.
N1UZI out there threatening his friendship with mobsters. Incredible. WA4D. This is the real ham radio, gentlemen. They spend 15 or 20 minutes, I don't know, I wasn't here, but I heard it was long, talking about septic tanks. Come on, kids, get into the hobby. Don't worry about streaming or social media. It's not welcome here. Don't be modern. Come in and listen to elderly hick men like N1FM, who has a gun on his display for running for office. He is the model of machismo. He is a hero. N1FM, kids, he will teach you about septic tanks and the various things that you need out of the country. Come into ham radio. It's an exciting hobby.
I have to look up machismo.
And if you get tired of him, N1UZI, another backwater hick, will also continue on for
You're on the backwater hick.
Oh, I have. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just tuned back in here. I see Barney Fife is back on his soapbox.
Okay, well, we have to look at the bright side. At least the conversation today was not sexual in nature. It was just poopy in nature.
Is that the standard? Is that the standard that N9 RSY wasn't here to, and N4 SCG to drag us through their filthy, vulgar, obscene minds?
That needs psychiatric care?
I'm just stating a fact. That's all I'm doing. I'm just stating a fact that the conversation for the last 2 hours was not sexual in nature. It was just poopy.
So the frequency went 2 hours without the disgusting misogyny that N9 RSY puts out, the homophobia, and the filth that comes out of Jefferson, Georgia. That is a landmark that they went 2 hours without any of that. That's how pathetic.
Eventually,
Let's everybody take a vote.
stretch that thing out for a good year.
Library. The sickness of Mike that needs
And of course,
mental
do a
therapy.
recap of all the old equipment owned over the years.
That's the standard here. There wasn't any of the filth and garbage out of Ripley, Tennessee. Therefore, it's an unusual day.
You are 3 Sigma below.
You know, it's like looking at a stock chart. Okay, you look at a stock chart, and you know it's in the bottom. 7.zoo is in the bottom, and it's slowly on an uptick. We have moved from sexual innuendos into poo innuendos. It's a slight uptick. Progress. It's progress.
I want to talk about something that nobody's ever talked about here. I want people who went to graduate school at mid-career to come in, tell us, how was it the GRE? What was the master's program? How many of you took professional training like Six Sigma Green Belt? Are there any Six Sigma Black Belts out there? How many of you took ITIL training? How many of you took corporate mandated training on EEOC and all the kinds of financial stuff that you have to watch out for in the world? I want to talk to people that did things that I did. And I don't think are a big deal, but here it's an alien world, an anti-education, anti-learn They didn't do anything because they don't know how. They have no intellectual curiosity. How about it? I want to hear from people who participated in those kinds of career continuing education modules, which are common across professional fields. WA4D.
Drivers to on up the ladder and watch your blood pressure, Barney.
How many of you guys took Six Sigma?
Well, I am not, certainly I am not, and I don't claim to be an expert on Six Sigma, but I do know that the folks that can put Six Sigma after their name, they get paid a lot of money to do a whole lot of nothing, at least from a labor point of view. They have to use their mind. It's called working smarter, not harder, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, let's be realistic. Just don't play up to Mike's little game about Six Sigma. I doubt he knows statistics at all.
I am not playing up to anybody's games. I'm just stating my studied observation of the world that I live in. That's all it was just my opinion of my studied opinion.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with your opinion.
What planet is your
when
world
Jack
in?
Welch broke out and he said everybody in the company from middle management up would get a Six Sigma certification, and if you were at director level above, a lot of them had to do black belt.
Yeah, everybody gets a trophy.
Does it mean that they were all smart statistical analysts, knew how to change workflow, knew how to do the define, measure, analyze, improve, control a set of protocols to come to a conclusion that would sell it? Here's how Jack Welch decided Six Sigma was for GE. He said that I came to him and they said, you know what, we're going to build this other light bulb plant down in the Carolinas. $100 million. Welch said, oh man, is that right? So he sicked a couple of Six Sigma guys on it before he knew what it was. He said, run the numbers for me. They did it, and they found that they could get double the output by spending $10 million more instead of $200 million. So it doesn't look like they were doing something, but some of these projects had an amazing impact on the company's bottom line, the finances, workflow, and output.
Yep, and that's exactly the point I was trying to make, because in my life I have had dialogue or interaction with two people who were quote unquote Six Sigma, and they toiled with their mind, not their body, and they got paid vast sums of money for using their mind, and I admired that. I found that very admirable. They worked smarter, not harder.
Well, I hear that, but the days of working with your body are pretty much over. They're going very fast. They're declining. Automation is taking over a lot of functions. The common laborer, nobody needs anymore. Just like the Marine Corps, no longer needs just grunts. They need technological warriors. They need people that have some skill sets beyond brute force grunt work.
I would agree, because there is a national fast food chain based out of Columbus here called White Castle, and they have recently implemented robots to cook French fries. So, the days of going to a fast food place and being a French fry dropper cooker is
advanced education.
It's being taken over by robots. It's the
ITIL GE did Six Sigma. I only took green belt. I'm not going to say
it's the wave of the future.
They're saying I don't know statistics. He's right. I don't. But I took the ITIL British version that Maggie Thatcher started, and that was very cool, and also a very useful planning and method of changing workflow and not listening to idiots like N1UZI, WA4D.
school is how you apply it in your life. So many people go to school and don't use a bit of it in their life.
You're right. That's right. Don't go to school. Don't go to college. Here's a voice out there for anti-education. It's always there in ham radio.
For you.
Intellectual, the working man is the hero. It was UTI, like people that work with their fingernails.
You are stupid. Stupid person.
That's right, gentlemen. Don't go to college. It doesn't do anything for you.
Always on a soapbox.
Yep, you hate vocational anything.
Tell your kids, don't go to college. Don't go to college. That's right. Listen to these guys, kids. They are your future. Go look them up and see where they live on Zillow. Go look up N1UCI. That's where he lives, out in one of the poorest counties in eastern Kentucky. Go look it up. That is your future. Poverty and backwoods living if you don't go to school. WA4D.
That's a bunch of horseshit. What a bunch of horseshit.
Why is it? Okay. Well, you tell your kids not to go to college and be like N1UZI.
I know a lot of people in the petrochemical industry that make $100,000 a year as welders, as electricians, as pipe
Oh,
fitters.
yeah. I want to be an electrician. Have you seen what they do on pipelines now?
So go figure that
Oh, yeah. I want to be a welder. I want to be a welder.
Yeah, they have automated machines that perform welds that are far superior to anything that a human can do.
You are definitely a socialist.
Okay, I agree. They are absolutely. They were using Mickey wire welders when I was a kid. They were just starting. You think those big pipelines they have now, they use those 798 union welders at their outrageous pay wages? No! They use a machine that goes
You obviously know
around that 36-inch pipe faster and better.
Ideas with no knowledge.
All the pipeline that runs across the country is
All he
welded
likes to
by
do is
people.
put people down. That's his thing.
You got that right.
There we go. Here we go. That's right, kids. Listen in to this frequency. Tell your teachers that are telling you to go to college,
People
do
like you
advanced
need to be
education,
run out of this
go to
country
summer
and sent to
school,
Venezuela.
learn another language, do well in math. Don't listen to them. Listen to these working class heroes in
I'm
ham
saying,
radio.
who do you think
They
won
know
World War
what's
II?
best
It
for
was the
you.
people building all the bombs, the airplanes, the tanks, the guns, everything. It wasn't engineering.
Hey, I worked pipeline. I had a blast. Several summers. I worked pipeline the summer before the summer I graduated from high school, and when I got out of the Army, I came back and they hired me back again. Why? Because I was an ass-kicking hard worker, not like these whiny idiots like that N1UZ.
Well, man, you for God knows.
He was an ass kicker, not a poop kicker.
What a fucking hypocrite.
Anti-learn, anti-modernity, anti-the educated elite. That is ham radio.
Anti-modernity, anti-metaverse.
What's the argument about?
Hit the
He's
fucking
scared of
road,
the
dog. You're a
metaverse. He
dumbass.
doesn't even know what it is. Tell us what the metaverse is in 3 sentences. N1UZI, tell us.
I don't.
Tell us what if you can go to my website and you can see it on the front page. There's a link to a definition of it. Tell us what the metaverse is, idiot in Kentucky, poverty-stricken part of the country.
We don't even care.
I thought that was funny.
Who welds the pipelines there, dog?
Several summers pipelining. I had a blast. I worked in the pipe gang. I worked in the straight sit-ins gang. I drove a tractor. Come on. It's a fun gig. It paid way more than I was worth, and I enjoyed it.
I thought that spoke volumes. If the same employer would hire you twice, you were obviously a butt kicker, not a poop kicker. Poop kicker.
Stop ball sucking them, Dave.
I'm not. I'm just. It's my opinion. I'm not sucking anything.
mobsters, a septic tank. Let's change it back to something he could contribute to.
Yeah, I went out with a girl that happened to be from the same town as Whitey Bulger, and now I was one of his hitmen.
How many times has he said Whitey Bulger today? Over and over and over. It's an obsession. I think this guy might have some kind of obsession with Whitey Bulger. He's not interested in important political figures or people that influenced lives or did good in Massachusetts. He talks about this guy Whitey Bulger in awe. A thug from Massachusetts. Listen to this freak.
Isn't that who you're referring to when you talk about mobsters there, Doug?
You've got guns down in N1FM land. He worships at the altar of a gun. And this guy N1UCI, they're both one. He worships at an organization run by a man named Whitey Bulger. He can't go 30 seconds without saying his name.
Again and again.
It's amazing you're still alive. You've just been lucky all your life.
Why? Why would I be dead? Because somebody's afraid of somebody else's opinion? That's what it is. See, these guys can't take alternate reality. They think that their view is the only one, and if anybody has a different view, you should be killed.
Alternate reality. You're living in the Wonderverse.
I want to be like Dan.
You want to be like Dan. Go look at his house on Zillow. You want to live in a dump, be an alcoholic, and spend 60 to 70 hours a week talking on the radio. Wow, that's a life.
Isn't that, Mike? You spend all this time on the week doing nothing. You absolutely have no life.
About 40 hours a week doing it.
So what does Mike do? I want to know, what does Mike do all week?
You're halfway there, dog. You spend 40 hours doing it.
Then he starts laughing like Kamala Harrison, the cackler.
I'm on the radio, boys.
Kamala.
This is a fantasy world of ham, N1UCIs, of murderous threats that come out of that freak.
Yeah, go ahead and cackle all you want.
Oh, man, and then N1FM running for office down there got him a gun for his logo.
Yeah, you're a cackler like Kamala.
He's got a gun for his logo.
Mike and Kamala, what do they have in common? Let's see. Zero IQ, witless, and living in
He won't go out and campaign in the rain. Are you talking about
busting Democrats and socialists? Yes.
N1FM won't campaign in the rain. Let's call his opponent up and tell him he didn't want to work today because it was raining.
That won't shut the hell up.
It's raining. N1FM doesn't want the job. Why is he running for office? Why is he here?
You know, a firm that does that sort of analytical analyzing, hey, we need to shoot a commercial of you outside in the rain with an umbrella, knocking on doors.
Of course, that's a perfect opportunity. But see, Tom is not a guy that has any ideas. Tom doesn't know anything about contemporary media or how to produce it or write it. Tom doesn't know anything but how to be a blowhard.
W4Ds are retarded.
It would be a perfect opportunity. See, here I am at the Walmart in the rain, shaking hands with people coming out of the Walmart, in the parking lot, in the rain. I don't care. I care about this community. I want to make a difference with my gun.
Yeah, and if you want to push it even further, hand the constituent the umbrella and stand there and get soaked in the rain while the camera is filming it.
There you go. Who knew? WHJLS is a producer. Hey, a producer.
Who let the dog out?
But you see, N1FM is just a complete blowhard. He has no ideas. He just acts bored. Well, I got me a gun on my hip, a gun on my shoulder, and a gun or strapped to my ankle. I got me some guns.
That's right, we got guns and four-wheel drive pickup trucks, dog, and hope y'all know that.
I totally agree.
WA4D.
WA4D to retarded Wahoo.
And that's
I wish
pathetic.
he'd get off his soapbox. I'm really tired of him lecturing everybody.
He hadn't got any imagination in 1FM. No imagination. He openly said, I can't campaign, it's raining. How do you show your constituents or would-be constituents that you care? You only go out in fair weather? Or when it's 70 degrees?
That's right, if you're a Democrat.
N1FM is unfit to serve anybody in Georgia.
You need to worry about what's going on in Virginia, not another state.
I'm not worried about states. Don't matter. It doesn't matter who lives at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. It doesn't matter who's in office in the Muslims coming into the neighborhood. Oh my God! It's inflation. It's all Biden's fault. Oh my God! Well, wait a minute. They've got inflation all over the world. Oh well, that must be Biden's fault too. You guys don't understand. You belong with those guys in here advocating don't go to college. You have no future if you're worried about all that nonsense. If your kids are listening to that and not in summer school, whether they make straight A's or not, they are screwed.
When are you going live, dog?
I'm not today. I got stuff to do. I got to go. I don't have much more time for this. I did have to come in here. I will be putting the stream back up. And if you have high-speed connectivity at home and want to be a guest on the WA4D stream, I'll be taking guests. You can criticize. I will treat you with dignity and respect. You can call me all kinds of names like you do on the radio. I'd be happy to have you, and we'll put it on the YouTube stream. WA4D.
It's a bad situation. He was involved.
He's sleeping it off.
WA4D, you need to go live, dog.
WA4D.
He wants attention so bad he sends pictures.
Look, most of these guys can't see the stream. It's the guys in the cities that can see it. All of these rural hicks, they don't have any connection. Do you actually think N1UCI has fast connectivity out there in that backwoods of eastern Kentucky?
Sure he does. The federal government.
Of course not. He's a hick. He's an analog guy. WA4D. That's the best this idiot can do. Have you seen a picture of this idiot talking? He thinks he's a Fu Manchu. This is a guy that says I was a Marine, boy. I'm a Navy boy. I'm a war hero.
Openly admitted
You heard this guy?
that he was enjoying the situation.
I wonder if he's streaming.
Hey, if I were gay, I would definitely enjoy a handsome guy. I'm in the radio, boys. Homophobia, racism, bigotry,
People to follow him as possible because he's got such a big, huge, stupid ego.
All right, gentlemen, no streaming today. I'll be back next week. WA4D.
Good, get out of here.
That's really unfortunate, dog.
I won't listen to him.
Isn't that illegal, streaming audio conversations without their prior consent?
No, not if it's over amateur radio.
He wants to do it.
Especially when he's doing it for his own purposes or whatever he's doing.
Better off getting you a glass of tea or a cup of coffee. Sitting back, popping your feet up and just relaxing and enjoying the
Typical
evening.
Democrat thinks everything's illegal.
From one of his lack of respect for
It's hung over and sleeping it off.
ruining
septic
tank. You got to be an
expert to see if it's okay.
or at least attempt to.
And Joe don't have a signal.
He's probably checking his blood pressure. Oh, I gotta slow down. I don't want to pop a vessel.
I don't hold it against you for doing that.
Old man.
That's perfectly okay. I once knew a fellow that was married to a woman for 25 years. And every time I'd ask him, they'd say...
Or the other half came home and said, you need to get off of that now.
Well, he was miserable. And he'd always respond. Well, she's the same old bitch this evening that she was this morning.
Maybe your fault.
Well, you know, if you listen to this fella, it's obvious that he's very unhappy.
Okay, who's next?
He won't be alone.
Is Joseph going to get out here, or Donnie, or whoever? Who's the next lunatic?
But, you know, with that being said, we all have an expiration date. We just don't know what it is. But, on the other hand, maybe he's one of these individuals that has a sickness and he knows he's got a sickness. Well, he just wants to see if he can possibly get somebody down that drain hole with him. But it'll never happen.
I thought Donnie was a sickness.
Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Maggot.
Hey, let's go, Brandon.
Maggot. I'll be a 4-H guy.
Whatever he can to do it.
KB and UFO.
He's just disgusted with himself. Thought he's so successful.
What do you do, put a brick on the key?
Range. Some people carry firearms.
Somebody did.
Do what?
So some people pop their feet up and relax.
Where's Mr. Haney at?
So some people go to college, so some people don't.
Babbling.
You know, what difference does it
This guy talking to himself or what?
Was that you, Hargrove?
is this? Are you happy with what you've done?
No, you're talking about one of you guys.
Thought I heard Hargrove.
That's all that matters. Somebody else's opinion is just somebody else's opinion.
Just a babbler.
Who's that guy?
Is that you, Possum?
Football, basketball, you know, there's always...
He must not have nothing better to do.
And if you're one of those competitors and you pay that admission fee, and one of the referees says something to you that they don't like, you have to just go, well, you know, bottom line is, that was just their opinion. And that's all good. Doesn't make any difference.
He's almost
Opinions are like,
He's one of them AM guys that throws a switch for an hour.
but, oh, so be it.
Damn, I thought I heard him again.
That's the way it goes. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. You get up in the morning, you have a cup of coffee. Late in the evening, you have a cool one. Or you have a little drink to relax as the sun sets. And at the end of the day, you pop your feet up and you smile and you laugh and you go, got through another day, didn't I? It's quite amazing.
Poor old fella.
If you're happy the world still turns.
Who is this guy?
The
The world's going to continue without an individual like that.
Well, I know that, but call sign?
Nobody cares. At least they shouldn't. Why do you want to care about somebody that just does everything they do to disrupt your lifestyle? Those are not the individuals you need.
He's preaching.
It would hurt some of us.
And then when it gets done trying to disrupt your lifestyle, and
I think you can hear your
I think they call this broadcasting.
The dog.
I don't know if it's his wife or it's his husband. I don't know which one is the wife and which
It's called broadcasting, I believe.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But when that person comes in,
Oh, God, here we
he
go.
has to to get off of the radio.